Yes, my people, what's going on? You already know it's your boy K to the I to the Z to the O, baby. It's your boy KIZO 101. And yes, welcome back to KIZO Unburdened. Unburdened is my own personal public diary where I get to discuss some of my experiences and opinion with you guys, and then we get to discuss them. Yes, welcome. If you're new, welcome to the gang. If you're returning, yes, welcome to the only legal gang you are allowed to join. Oh, guys, it's been a minute. It's been a while. Your boy has been going through it. Well, it's been a nice year too. It's been a nice time to start the year, and I want to wish you guys a happy new year. Yeah, a happy new year to everyone who's currently tuning in to KIZO 101, baby. Yes, KIZO Unburdened. Yeah. It's been a long time since I did this, and I must say it's quite refreshing to be back. It's quite refreshing to be back. Without wasting any more of your time, friends, family, lovers, you know what to do. You know what time it is. Do like, do share, do comment, and do subscribe. You wanna know why? Because it's like paradise.
It's like paradise. It's like paradise. Do you got dividends, key? You won't see a difference, key. Nobody rhyme like me. I feel like B.I.G. She lost her faith in me. I got the soul in me. I'm in my own damn league. I'm in my own damn. Oh. Never mind. What you doing?
Yes, welcome back. You're still here with your favorite host with the most. Yeah, the dark, the tall, and the handsome baby. TDH, tall, dark, and lovely. You already know. You already know. Welcome back to KIZO 101. Your boy is a little rusty behind the camera. But nonetheless, we are still here. We are still kicking it with me, baby. And today's topic is quite an interesting one. I recently hit a milestone. I recently hit a milestone in life. Yeah, that boy is now on the third floor. Yeah, on the 5th of January, I climbed to the third floor. Finally, my biggest fear is the journey I'm currently walking. And I felt it prudent that we talk about that today because it was quite challenging for me leading up to today. And basically, all the days leading up to today were quite scary for me. Yeah. And I thought, why not come and share it with you guys? Maybe I'll shed some insight to someone who's currently 21 or 28 and is afraid of what 30 has in store for them. Yeah, I'm afraid of what 30 has in store for them. But before we kickstart today's topic, you already know what time it is. It is now time for that fun fact. Yeah, where is my fun fact for the day? Yeah, let's get into today's fun fact for the day. Today's fun fact reads as follows: smiling, even if you're not in a particularly joyful mood, can trick your brain. What kind of English is this? But yeah, I'm gonna read it out as it's written. Smiling, even if you're not in a particularly joyful mood, can trick your brain into thinking you are happy and actually improve your mood. Guys, let's smile more. 2025, let's smile more. If you're going through something, put up a smile for yourself. Every morning before you go to work, do put on a smile because according to this fun fact, it says if you smile, you can trick your brain into having a good day and having a good mood and improve your mood. Another thing that can improve your mood, I don't know how true is this. One of my friends told me this. Tariro is the one who told me this, by the way. Shout out to her. She said if you're in a bad mood, try eating some chocolate. Yeah, try having some chocolate. Apparently, it contains something that enhances some hormones in you that improve your mood. Yeah, but nonetheless, let's smile to each other this 2025. And remember to smile at yourself too to improve your mood. Apparently, according to this, hey, I don't know. It's the Fun Fact app that says it improves your mood. Without wasting any more of your time, let me get into today's topic. Yeah. Now, today's topic was inspired by a lot of things. One I have already mentioned, the fear of me turning 30, but also by a thread I saw on Facebook. that said, "How did you know he does not love you anymore? How did you know he does not love you anymore?" It was quite scary to read some of the comments there. Yeah, last time we did, "How did you know he does not love you anymore?" And just as much, it was a brutal. It was a brutal threat. So is this one, yeah? So is this one. I'm gonna read some of the comments for you guys so you know where I'm coming from. The first one is, "I was unemployed at the time. She bought herself and kids takeaway and slept that night with an empty stomach." Oh, oh. So she bought herself food and did not buy this Mweketi Modise food. Imagine. Imagine how scary that is. Imagine how scary that is. You see your kids eating, you see your wife eating, and just because you're unemployed, you can't bring income, you can't generate income for the family or be the provider as a man, you have to sleep on an empty stomach. That's crazy. That's crazy. I remember a day I was going for a job interview. She hid my document. How is he going to get employed? How is he going? What? Nah, fam. You see, this one pisses me off because you can mess with me as a person, yeah. You can fiddle with maybe my food. I can go to bed without eating, but you cannot hide my documents knowing the importance of me getting employed or me going for a job interview. If I'm still unemployed, then you are going to resent me even further. And quite frankly, you have no one to blame but yourself, because I would have been a better person had you not hidden my documents. Why would anyone do that? This one pisses me off, I swear. Why would you hide my documents? You see, if this lady or this hand complains that, yo, I'm dating a broke nigga, I'm dating a nigga that doesn't have a job, she is to blame for it. She is to. This is hatred. It's not even love anymore. It's hatred. If someone does this to you, they don't love you. They hate you with everything in their bone. Right? All right. Let's keep it moving. Yeah. Let's continue. I typed my experience and tears started rolling, and I deleted the text. I realized I haven't healed yet. Oof, whatever that bro went through, it's crazy. It's crazy. I hope you find peace wherever you are. Yeah. Then another one goes, "Mina, I left her with kids and 8-room house and I started from scratch. It's been 4 years now. My kids followed me 2 years back. Now she's all alone, crying every day. I just can't take her back. Sorry." Shout out to you, bro, for getting out of the toxic environment. I applaud anyone who manages to escape such atrocities, because I don't know how people can be so inhumane towards one another, instead of just saying, "Hey, I've fallen out of love with you." Yeah. And this time, most of them are people who are unemployed and are trying to make it in life. And it's crazy. Yeah, it's crazy. I've tried my best to be the best man, trying to be supportive to her and 2 kids that I found her with. We fight with words. We fight, and her words make me feel less than a man. Oof, oof. You see, one thing, I was watching, was it? Yeah, it was The Ultimatum. I don't know if you guys watched it. If you haven't, I'm sure most of you guys have watched it. I was watching The Ultimatum, and there's this girl, I think her name was Pretty. Oh, I feel sorry for the boy. That boy takes a beating on a daily. You see, when you're angry, be angry. No one will hold that against you. Be angry, go off, but at the same time, choose your words. Yeah, you can't just go off and insult me and say nasty things, and then in the morning, all you have to say is sorry. And that sorry is if I'm lucky. Sometimes you might even just say, "Dog, I don't care. I don't care." You know, whatever I said, I stand by it, and I don't feel apologetic about it. Right? You can't tell me, "Oh, this is what you get. This is what you get for dating down." What do you mean you're dating down? Why don't you get out of the situation if you think this is beneath you? If you think I'm beneath you, why on earth are you still with me? Because you could choose to leave me as well. Right? Anyway. Next one, yeah. I think I'm gonna read 2 more and then we keep it moving, right? She was jobless. I connected her to a proper work, and very same month she dated the colleague and moved out together. They moved out together. Oh. Hey, they say in life you are maybe a temporary situation in someone's life. I hope I am not that. I really hope I am not that. I really hope I'm not that. Let's see. She told me how useless I was and that I will never date. And that I will never amount to anything in life. But God answered my prayers and blessed me with a beautiful wife and a daughter whom I paid lobola to. Congratulations, my brother. But shout out to that. Shout out to that. Now, what was it about this post that made me feel like I need to talk about my journey to being 30, right? There's this saying, I don't know if you, I'm sure you guys have heard it, that if you are a nigger and you get to 30 and you have not gained financial freedom, or you have not made it particularly, right? And you're not, maybe you have not figured out your life yet, what's going on, you don't have everything figured out, you don't have a house, you don't have a car, you're still zula ring, that you will never make it, right? So that when I saw these threads, most of these threads were talking about unemployed men, right? Someone was like, I was jobless, I was down and out, and she was kicking me while I was down. And one of the fears I had about turning 30 was, yeah, I know what I'm working towards, but I have not achieved that goal yet. You know, I have not achieved that goal yet. And uh, I've gone under pressure from not only my peers but also some people I've dated. I've dated like older women, like in the past, and one of the expectations was you have to get work, you have to, because they had caught up to 30 by then. Yeah, they had caught up to 30, and everything was a timeline for them. And that time, I am still trying to balance out my life. I'm still trying to think where I'm going. Mario, they were pounding hard. You have to figure out your life. You have to do this. You have to do this. And I imagine now if that's what my life had been, you know. So that's why I was like, ish. I feel like it's important for me to talk about my journey turning 30, right? So first question of today, ne? First question of today. Please try and answer down below if you wish to, yeah? Drop it in the comment section as I read through the questions. I would love to also hear your opinion about this topic that we are discussing today. What did you expect out of 30, right? What did you expect before you turned 30 about turning 30, right? What was your expectation about turning 30? Now, hey, gang, for me, it's pretty simple, yeah? It's pretty simple. Me turning 30 was a scary time, you know. It was a scary time, especially because I thought, life isn't planning out, you know. Life is just shitty at this point. I don't know I don't know if I'm going or I'm coming. You know, in my head, I was having the worst year of my life. You know, I was having the worst year of my life. I even wrote like a New Year's message on the 31st, and I was even crying when I was writing that message. I was like, yo, what a year it has been. You know, I have been through the turmoil of it all. You get, as you guys remember, during the year, I even took a pause from everything. You know, I took a pause from everything. I took a nice beating where I was like, yo, you know what? I'm down and out. I don't know how to move from this point going forward, right? I don't know how to move from this point going forward. The other day, I think it was like a week later, I took a glimpse at the pictures from the year. It wasn't all that bad. It wasn't all that bad, to be honest. God blessed me with a lot, but I focused more on what I don't have at that moment, because I had where I want my life to be by now. You know, I should be in an office. I should be climbing the corporate ladder. I should be like, I had a lot of plans about me turning 30. You understand? And when those things were not happening, fear set in, a lot of fear set in. Like, I became uncertain about a lot of things, you know. I started questioning a lot of things. Why am I here? Did I make the worst decision of my life by pursuing PhD? Well, the jury is still out on that. You know, the jury is still out on that. I don't know, Jorge, when I get home, will the situation be like this, you know? Because, yeah, guys, You know, there's this song by Senar, an artist from Lesotho, that says, "Hey, hotada hoba monna." You know, it's difficult being a man. It's difficult being a man. So with that being said, I was like, so now that I'm approaching 30 and I haven't achieved anything, because my expectation of 30 was, I'm stable. I know I have like a house, whether it's a rental house or it's a proper house, but I have a house that I pay rent to, or I own. I have a car. I am, I'm stable, and I'm looking at some of my friends. They're achieving that. They are achieving that. They are married. Their life is sorted. Everything is moving according to plan for them. Or that's how we see it from the outside. I don't know. That's how we see it from the outside. Sometimes I look and I'm like, this is what I wanted at this age. This is what I wanted. A stable life, everything. But I'm glad to say I'm in a better place now. You know what is your biggest fear about turning 30? My biggest fear about turning 30 is, I think the fear was before turning 30, The fear was before turning 30 because I was afraid, or I am afraid, that this is my breaking point. I either make it or I don't. And that mindset of either I make it or I don't is a scary one, because it might lead to a lot of mistakes from my end. In trying to make it, I might not make the necessary decisions I would make if I had not put myself under so much pressure. I am so insistent or focused on making it and making it now, hot or cold. I must pumelela. Like I said, they say 30, either you make it or you break it. There are people who have made it after 30. Yeah, there are a lot of people who have made it after 30, and I hope, I know for a fact that this isn't the end of it. This isn't the end of it, and I want to keep that mentality throughout. But my biggest fear is, I need to see some direction. I need to see some movement towards what I want to achieve throughout this journey. And I've studied a lot of things. That have put my mind at ease. I saw one of my friends building that puzzle, like the car behind there. I saw them and I studied it. It's a very refreshing thing to do. And I would advise anyone who wants to take up or try and keep their mind occupied whenever they are in isolation, that try it. Try something that keeps your mind working. You think better when you're not thinking about where you are and what you're supposed to be doing. I developed some great ideas during that puzzle. I have, amazing things that I hope they will materialize the way I planned them out to be. But even if they don't, that means it wasn't their time. Yeah. And God has a plan for everyone. Maybe that wasn't my path to walk. Yeah. Maybe that wasn't my path to walk. Biggest fear also is change. I have 10:30. It's time now to face adulting, like full head on adulting. And change is a scary place. I saw this snippet from Youngings. Oh, great show, by the way. I'm not exactly sure about season 2 because season 1 was a banger. I'm not sure about season 2. Season 2 was it's starting off slow, but it's getting a bit complicated like the first season. But it started, Tumelo, guys. Why did Tumelo have to expose our captain? For what? Maria, it was Sufako talking to the roommate. What's the roommate again? The one who's dating the head girl, that guy. And the guy was telling him that people are afraid of change, People are afraid of change, and change is scary. And people must not be afraid of change because God has put you there, and don't settle because you say God has planned this for me. You must also be able to adapt to God changing the plan for you. and saying, okay, you have completed this stage of your life. Why don't we move on to the next one of your life? And that's what I'm also slowly learning out of turning 30. Yes, I was at a place before, I was doing things a certain way for a certain time, and now I'm transitioning into something bigger. I'm moving into a new guys. I am at peace. I am gaining a lot of life experience. I'm gaining a lot of work experience as well, work experience. By the time I managed to maybe sit in the office that I so much want to sit in, I would have gained a lot of work experience. I would have gained a lot of life experience to help me better settle those situations that I'll find myself in along the way that God has set for me. That God has set for me. So that's basically what they were telling Sifagore. Accept change, and accept the people who want to help you see through those changes. It's it's wrong for you to not smile at the people who are there for you, people who want to see you succeed, and shut them out because you are comfortable with the plan that you are currently in. Maybe the circle that you are currently in isn't the circle for you and you have to change it. Be willing to accept it. Don't beat yourself up for it. Yeah? Don't beat yourself up for it. That's what one of the things he was saying. Yeah? All right, let's kick it. Let's kick it. Let's kick it. You are still here. This is KIZO 101. Remember, drop a comment in the comment section. Do not fear. Do not fear. Yeah? The next one reads as follows. How did you overcome the anxiety of being 30? How did I? I've been saying God a lot, but it's true, guys. It's very true. It's very true when I say that I was in a train this other day. I was in a train. I was going somewhere, and I was going through my life. I was going through my life. I was like, last year I obsessed, even almost nearly let myself into depression because I had told myself, I have a year before 30 and I'm not seeing the light. I don't know which direction I'm going. I don't know how to get where I'm going, and I was very frustrated. I was extremely frustrated. I'm not joking when I say I nearly let myself straight into depression, right? I nearly let myself straight into depression over things that I could have just let them happen, But also, that's how you experience and learn things in this life. Certain things happen a certain way, certain things happen a certain way. And when certain things do happen, this is how you deal with them, with them, right? So as I was sitting in that train, I kept thinking, I was like, last year I was very obsessive. I was very obsessive about making it. I was very obsessive about making it. Because there's one thing I live by, right? It's just a saying that I always say to myself. People who make it in life are people who obsess over their success. You get? Yes, they will tell you, I tried this, I worked here, I worked here, I worked here. But there was one thing that they saw and they were like, hot or cold, this is my breaking point. I'm going to pursue this, and this has to work by all means necessary. You get? They don't have a plan B for that. It's just plan A. They're going. It's just their plan A. No plan B, nothing. You get? So that was the mentality I was going with, that, I must push this. I must push whatever I'm doing. And, when results come slowly, it keeps beating you down. You get up, it keeps beating you down. You're like, oh, come on, man. I could be better than this in so many ways. In so many ways, I could be better than this. Yeah. So as I was sitting in that train, I kept thinking about that. And I made the decision in that point, right? I made a very important decision at that point to say, I'm going to leave this year to God. Whatever I do is God's decision as to where should I go at that point. I am not going to say, I must be here. I want to do this. I should be doing this. I'm not going to do any of that anymore. Whatever happens in my life from this point on going forward is what God wanted to happen for me at that point. I am done. I am done stressing. I am done trying to force. I am done. You know, whatever opportunity is presented in front of me, I'm going to go in hard. If it doesn't pan out, it doesn't pan out. If it works, thank God. You know, and every simple opportunity that comes my way, I'm going to go full force. But this year, I have just said, hey, God, wherever you lead me is wherever I am going to go. You know, I am not going to try and be the better guy. I'm not going to try and say I'm going at this alone. You know, I'm just going to say, hey, if whatever comes, you know, sometimes we view bad situations as, God damn, I messed up. God doesn't love me. Or, God damn, why am I in this situation? You are in this. That's God saying you have been here for too long. It's time to change your direction. It's time to adjust certain things and how you did certain things in your life. You get. I always tell my friends, sorry, my bad luck happens in two, right? If I drop my phone right now, I'm likely to drop something else right after. You know, if this mic falls down, probably the camera will also fall down. Why? Because my bad luck happens in two, you know? And I always say bad luck is the universe telling you, yo, dog, reset. You're off ramping, you know? You're not doing what you're supposed to be doing anymore. You are now tailoring your own. So, yo, relax, calm down, reset, rethink your life, and start over again. Let's redo this thing again. Because where you are moving now is a bit dangerous, you know? That's God's sign of saying, yo, dog, yo, calm down, calm down. Where you're going, calm down, breathe. Let's restart this and let's rebuild it again, you know? And that's the one thing that I thank 29 for. Like me last year really taught me it brought me closer to God, because right now, where I am in my life, I'm just saying, yo, thank you, Heavenly Father, for where I am. You know, thank you, Heavenly Father, for where I am. And thank you for where I'm going. You get, thank you for where I'm going. It's scary being 30, you know. The anxiety of being 30 is insane. But one thing I will tell you is the road is scarier before you start walking. Before you take that first step in towards where you want to go, it will always be scary. It will always, hey baba, hey, yeah. Even for killers, like murderers, before they draw that first blood, it's a scary thing where, yo, hey, I'm about to kill this person. Suddenly, bah, someone dead. It's scary. You know, it's a scary thing where, yo. Now, from here, how am I going? How am I maneuvering this? You know, where to from here? Because now there's someone who is bothered now. Should I kill him? Should I not kill him? But until he fires that first bullet, he will never know that me, I'm a killer. You know, and until you take that first step into the direction you want to take, you will never know. You will never know. You will always be afraid of the outcome until you take that first step. I made an example of the time I uploaded my first video. I had taken numerous videos. I had taken thousands and thousands and thousands and thousands of videos. You get me? I had taken a lot of videos, but I just kept saying, nah, it's not the one. Nah, it's not the one. Nah, people won't like this. Nah, people won't fucks with this. Nah, this is not it. You get? And then one day I shot one and I was like, you know what? Whether it's the one, whether it's not the one, it doesn't matter. What matters is I'm going to put this out there. And I just clicked post. I wrote the caption, post. Closed my eyes, woke up the next day and said, wow, it's out there. And I did not get a negative comment. Maybe there's someone who watched it and was like, yo, this is trash. This is garbage. And shout out to the person for not telling me at that point. Now you can tell me, right, yo, dog, your podcast is shit. And I was like, I get you. I understand you. It's not for you. It's probably not for even the majority of the people who watch the videos. But for that time where you're watching, shout out to you. And shout out to you for telling me, uncle, it's not the one, this one. You are missing, chief. You are missing. It's not the one, this one. You get. So the thing about turning 30, unless you walk that road, you will never know what that road is about. Yes, at 29, you're like, yo, I'm about to share 30. I know a lot of my friends who are struggling right now with being 30. They're like, yo, hey, Gunze, Majo. Like, go rough. Go thata, go upstairs. That floor is not for the weak. And it definitely is not for the weak because, hey, Baba, you have where you wanted to be. There's no one who wants to be 30 and still dependent on their parents. There's no one who turns 30 and still wants to call home for help. Mare, if that's the situation you're in, there's nothing you can do to change it. You are definitely not the first person to be in that situation. You are definitely not the last person who will be in that situation. But until you reach 30, you will never know what it's about. All you can just do is work, and hope one day you will pop. This life, it's like dice. It's like dice. You are here. One day, pop. I want to shy pop. You are good. One day, crap. Life is not working out. That's part of life. You just have to be thankful for everything that you passed through. Oh, at least I zamad. At least I tried it. I knew it was not for me. Let's keep it moving. Let's move on to the next one. Yeah. Anyway, I think that's all I have for you guys today. I hope you enjoyed KIZO Unburdened. Oh, I managed to unburden a lot. I feel a bit lighter actually, because this thing about being 30 it's quite scarier than it sounds. It's quite scarier than it sounds, yeah? But before I close off this lovely show, hey, South Africa is about to go to war, guys. South Africa is about to go to war with Rwanda. I don't know. What do you guys think about that situation? Before I close it off, what do you guys think about the situation between Rwanda and South Africa? Because there are two ways. This is where it's very critical that you are on the right side of history. This is where it's very critical that you are on the right side of history. Because either South Africa or SADC is fighting on the right side. Either it's fighting for the right cause or for the wrong cause. Because according to President Paul Kagame, the FDLR and SADC are fighting hand in hand. Now, for those who don't know what the FDLR is, the FDLR is the malicious group or an organization that was responsible for the genocide, the Tutsi genocide in Rwanda. Right? That was the group that was responsible for that. So they fled to Congo. Right? They sought refuge in Congo. According to President Paul Kagame, those are the guys who are fighting alongside the SADC. Now, if that's true, that means we are fighting on the wrong side of history, because we are trying to eliminate an ethnic group, or SADC or South African military force, or the peacekeepers, or the Congolese military are trying to eliminate a part of Congo or an ethnic group of Congo, which now defines that as genocide. That stops being civil war. It is now genocide. As I say, I hope we are fighting on the wrong side, because if indeed we are, then shout out to them, shout out to them for standing out to the bullies. If at all Rwanda is a bully in that situation, shout out to them for standing up and saying, yo, we are not going to take this anymore. We don't want any of this. You get. But if they're in the wrong, I suggest they wake up a bit quicker than they should. And I would suggest that they do their research so that they ensure they are fighting on the wrong side, on the right side of history. Because even President Thabo Mbeki recently had a press conference where he was talking about it. A lot of people actually had a press conference that was illustrating or defining there's an ethnic group in Congolese that speaks Rwandese. That ethnic group speaks Rwandese. And now South Africa is going head to head with Rwanda, saying that the M23s, which is the small militia group in the, is it the eastern part or the southern part? I think it's the southern part of Congo, is the one that shot at the South African military. And President Paul Kagame came out and said, that is not the case. That is not the case. Those people are not Rwandese. But also on the other hand, I watched an interview with the spokesperson of Rwanda where she was asked, I think twice, whether or not they crossed the border into Congo during the conflict. Did they touch the Congolese soil during the conflict? And she was very evasive about it. She was very evasive about it. But she did deny any involvement of the Rwandese in Congo. She did deny any involvement of the Rwandese in Congo as the Rwandese military. But anyway, without wasting any more of time, do like, do share, comment, subscribe, baby. You already know what time it is.